Hello children, hope you all have gone through the previous videos. In the previous session of physics, we started with the lesson Force and Newton's laws of motion. There we studied the basic concept of force, what is velocity, what is acceleration, what are its units, when the force is said to be acting on the body, all that concepts we discussed. So today we shall study about one new concept and very small topic as well, that is the concept of balanced and unbalanced forces. Concept of balanced and unbalanced force. So here the name itself is telling you what it is. Yes, no, balanced force, unbalanced force. Balanced means force which is balanced, means it is balanced, balancing the body. Unbalanced force means which is not balanced. Yes, no, but what actually with respect to we are talking about when we say about this balanced or unbalanced force means, let us understand that with the help of an example. I am drawing a table and I will place a box on the table. I am placing the box on the table. Imagine this is the table again and we have placed a box on the table. I will tie the threads on either side of the box. I will tie the threads on either side of the box and I will make two persons to stand on either side. Upon the table we have placed the box and tied the thread towards either side of the box and two persons are standing. Now if we call this as the person 1 and him as this person as person 2, if at all the person 1 pulls the box or pulls the thread towards him, then which side the box will move? Obviously the box will move towards him. Yes, no? In whichever direction you are applying the force, in the same direction the object also moves. This concept we have studied in the last class. Yes, no children? With various examples. And for a force to be acting on the body, we also two bodies or two objects, if they are should be contact with each other, then only the force can be acted upon. And also we studied the force changes the size of the body, shape of the body, it can increase the speed or decrease the speed of well. So with all this background children, let us study this example in order to understand the concept of this balanced and unbalanced forces. Now, if the person is pulling, the person 1 standing here is pulling the thread. So when he pulls the thread, what will happen? The box will start moving towards his side. Correct? Now, the person 2 will start pulling the thread towards this direction. See, in this direction, if he is pulling the thread, means he is applying the force towards him in his direction. I am pulling the box means I am applying the force in this direction, means obviously the box has to come towards me. It means in whichever direction the force is applied, in the same direction the object or the body will move. Here also the box is moving towards this direction and the person 2 is pulling the box with the help of the thread. So two cases we understood. In the third case, person 1 as well as person 2 will pull the box with the help of these threads together from both the sides. What will happen? One person is pulling the thread towards him from this side. The other person is pulling the thread too from his side. So he is also pulling the thread. He is also pulling the thread. Means what will happen to the position of the box? Towards which direction will it move? Two chances are there. First case is if at all they are applying forces equally. If they are applying equal forces on the thread to pull the box, then the box will remain stationary on the table. The box will remain stationary on the table. Stationary means at rest. It is not moving. So, if at all both the persons are applying equal forces and pulling the thread, the box will not move either left or right. Instead, it will remain stationary. It will remain in this position only. So, one more case is, if at all this person 1 is applying more force than person 2, then the box will move towards the first person. If the person 2 is applying more force compared to the person 1, the box will move towards the right side, that is towards the person 2. These are the 3 possibilities, children. First possibility is, if at all they are applying equal amount of forces from both the sides, then the box will remain stationary. It does not move. It will be in the state of rest. If at all the first person is applying more force compared to second person, then the box will move towards left. If the second person is applying more force, then the box will move towards the right. This is what will happen. But here, let us concentrate on the case 1 only. That is, when both person 1 and person 2 are applying equal amount of force from either side of the box. When this is the situation, children, when both the person are applying equal force and equal force on the thread and trying to pull the box will remain stationary. It does not move. So, when we say this word equal forces, children, when two persons are applying equal amount of force from both the sides, the body will remain in the state of rest, or it is stationary. So, this equal force concept is nothing but the balanced force. Yes, no? If both are applying equal forces on either side, means the box will not move. So, the force is balancing each other. Like, you know the unit of force is Newton. SI unit of force is Newton. So, if we tell in terms of magnitude, like, suppose, say, person 1 is applying force of 3 Newton from towards this side, and person 2 is also applying force of 3 Newton towards his side. So, 3 Newton here, 3 Newton from this side. Correct? So, forces are equal on both the sides. When this is the case, the body will remain at rest. So, this is 3, this is 3. Totally 3 plus 3, 6 Newton of force is acting on the box. Then how can it be 0? Yes, no? If the body is stationary means, what is the force? It is 0. It should be 0. If the body is at rest, so this wall is in the state of rest. Yes, no, no. Unless and until somebody applies the force on it, it will not break. It will remain stationary. So, the chair will remain stationary unless and until you push it or pull it. Yes, no. In that case, we say body is in the state of rest means, we also studied that for the body to change its position, some external force is required. If force is acting on the body only, the body will move. So that is what we studied in Newton's first law of motion. Now, every body continues to be in the state of rest unless and until an external force acts upon it. But here, the external forces are acted upon the body, but still the body is remaining in the state of rest. Is it against Newton's first law? No, children. What actually is happening here is, see, 3 Newton towards this side, this 3 Newton towards this side, means the forces are acting in the opposite direction, means it is like plus 3 minus 3. So, what is plus 3 minus 3? 0. Hence, the force is getting nullified. What do you mean by nullified? It is becoming 0. That is what is happening here. Hence, the box remains to be in the state of rest. It is stationary, children. So, this type of force is called balanced force. Okay. So, what is balanced force? Means, if at all the force is exerted from both the sides in equal amount, say like this, 3 Newton, 3 Newton. So, since they are acting in opposite direction, plus 3 minus it is 0. So, the force is getting nullified and the box is continuing to be in the state of rest. That is what is happening. Hence, this type of force is called, children, balanced force. Next is concept of unbalanced force. So balanced force means, now you already know, if at all two persons are applying equal amount of force on either side of the box, then the body remains stationary. That is called balanced force. What should be unbalanced force? It means, we studied three cases in the beginning. Which were the three? First case, both the persons are applying equal amount of force. Second and third case was, children, either person 1, if we apply more force compared to person 2, then the box will move towards left. If the person 2 is applying more force compared to person 1, then the box will move towards right side. So this type of force is called unbalanced force, children. In that case, so if the first person will apply force of 4 Newton and person 2 is applying force of 3 Newton. So which force is more? Of course 4 Newton is more. Means the box will start moving towards the left, that is towards the person 1. So say if the person, no, let it be 3 Newton only. Now if the person 1 is applying force of 2 Newton and second person is applying force of 3 Newton, means of course 3 Newton is greater than 2 Newton. So now the box will start moving towards the right side, that is towards the person 2. In both the cases, children, whoever is applying more force towards them, the box will move. It means the force applied by both of them are not same. They are not balanced, means unbalanced force. It is called unbalanced force, children. So this is about the concept of balanced force and unbalanced force. One more thing you need to understand here, very important point is, children, when balanced force are applied on the body, or when balanced force is applied on the body continues to be stationary. The body continues to be stationary means it continues to be in the state of rest. It does not move. If at all unbalanced force is applied from either side or from one side on the body, from one side, how we will learn now. For now, two sides I am explaining you so that it will be easy for you to understand. So, if at all the unbalanced force, if the force applied on either sides are different, then unbalanced force is said to be present, and that unbalanced force is resulting in the motion of the object. So, concluding statement here from this example or this situation is, children, balanced forces make the body to remain stationary or to be in the state of rest. Unbalanced forces acting on the body will make the body get displaced or to change into its state of motion. This is one point which you need to keep in mind. Now, this is one case of understanding about the concept of balanced and unbalanced